Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel again. In today's video we are going to talk about the property panel. In SCIA Engineer, the property panel is usually located on the right side of the screen, but it can be moved at any location. So currently right now we do not have, or we cannot see the property panel because the property panels is related to a specific element that we select. Here we have the project data panel and the input panel, but we do not have the property panel. So how do we display the property panel? I'm going to select one element, for instance this beam. I'm going to select the member. After selecting the member, now you can see the property panel is displayed here. And the property panel, we have two different modes. We can be in the basic mode when we have few information displayed, and we can go also in the advanced mode when we have a lot of information displayed. So in the property panel, we have the information regarding the layer, the information regarding the cross-section of the element that is selected, the loads, that is the linear load because it's a linear element that is selected, and the nodes that are composing this element, and the boundary conditions of the element, the main hinge. So if we click on the property panels, we have the name of the element, that is B429. I mean the name, I can change the name by double clicking it, but that is not. Which layer on it, the layer is the main beam. That means this element is in the layer main beam, and the type is the beam, the analysis model, the FM, the cross section, the alpha, and all the informations regarding this element. When we click on the cross section button or option, we have the cross section, that the information about the cross section that are assigned to this element. We have the name, that is secondary beam, the type, that is a universal beam 254.102.22, the shape type, that is thin walled, and the intersection that is available, and so on. When we click also on the load, we can have the type of load that is applied and so on this, but we can go back and check if we have any load that is applied here, and the eccentricity, the position of the load, the length, and all the related information. The node also, we can have different node, the location, the coordinates of those different nodes that are composing this element, and the coordinates in the GS coordinate, US coordinate, and so on. And also the information about this element. We can see on both sides it's a hinge. Both sides of the structure is hinge. That means a rigid on the X, UX, UY, UZ, FYX is free, is rigid, FY and Z are free from this element. So these are the information that are related to this element. And if we change the element type, if we try to select the panel, because there is also another load panel here, when I click here, for instance, I can select the load panel and I unselect this one. So you see now the information on the property panel has changed. Now at the first one we had only the linear load, but now we have a panel, and it's under the panel flow layer, and even the load type also has changed. As we can see here, we have a surface load, because that is the surface load that we are going to apply on this panel. And we have also the materials, we have also the tributary areas. So every time we select a different type of element, then we will have a different information or different type of property panel that will pop up in our working space. I'll go back to the element that I've selected previously. That was the beam. And another thing I would just try to mention is that if I come on the cross section and I do right click, I have this menu bar, or this bar that is pop up. I can isolate the selection. I can expand my selection. I can also subtract from the selection. If I isolate the element, that means I want to isolate this element alone. That means I want to do some operation on this element. But if I want to select also all the same elements that are in this project, I can expand my selection, and then it will select all the same elements, all the elements that are sharing the same property with my original element. As you can see, we have all the secondary beams that have been selected. And later on, if I come now and I click on isolate selection, it will isolate this one. Sorry, if here I come back, one moment, I select the element and isolate here. Sorry, I need to, yeah, because I need to check here the element. So now I have all these elements, and then I can expand my selection. I can reveal all, toggle visibility. First, I want to expand the selection, and then I will come here to hide. Yeah, this is how it will work. Yeah, that was the thing that I wanted to explain about the property panels in SCIA Engineer. So most of the time, you will have the property panels only after selecting the element. If you do not select any element, it will be hard for you to see the property element. And the property panels is where we have different properties of that element, a specific element. We can do also different modification. We can change every element. We can add eccentricity. We can change the angle. We can define the backlink length of the selected element and all the related information that are in the property panel. So thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.